pre-Spanish period, land ownership and tenancy in the Philippines were defined by principle of communal stewardship and ancestral connection. Among various tribal communities, land wasn't treated as a commodity. Instead, it held sacred significance as an ancestral legacy bestowed upon the community by their forebears. That's why it is called, "This land is ours. God gave this land to us." The social structure in the pre-Spanish period is consisted of different classes. Datos, or the rulers, were in charge of allocating community resources and supervising barangays, which are local governmental entities. Maharlika, or free men, they are the well-respected warriors of the barangay. They provide protection to the community and they prepare their own weapons at their own expense. Slave is consisted into two classes. Gigilid, or the household slaves, are the one who live under the same roof as their master, and the namamahay are those who gain land and paid tribute. Communities practiced within agriculture, commonly referred to as kaingin, or clearing small parcels of land for cultivation and allowing natural regeneration over time. When it comes to land selling and leasing of land, Maragta's Code seems to be the only recorded transaction of land sale during this time. This tells us about the selling of the Panay Island by the natives to the 10 Bornean datus in exchange of a golden salakot and a long gold necklace. In the era of Spanish colonization, the encomienda system cast a dark shadow over the Philippine Islands, representing a structure founded on exploitation, oppression, and the relentless quest for riches and authority. Encomienda system, or royal land grant, a formal system of forced labor in Spanish colonies intended to encourage conquest and colonization. Under this system, the Spanish grant the encomienderos to defend their encomienda from external attack, maintain peace and order within, and support the missionaries. In return, the encomienderos acquired the right to collect tribute from the natives or Indios. The system, however, degenerated into abuse of power by the encomienderos. The tribute soon became land rents to a powerful landlords, and the native who once cultivated the lands in freedom were transformed into a mere share tenants. In the First Philippine Republic, quoted, "The yoke has finally broken," was established in 1899 by General Emilio Aguinaldo. He declared in the Malolos Constitution his intention to confiscate large estate, especially the so-called friar lands. However, as the Republic was short-lived, Aguinaldo's plan was never implemented. The colonial government tried to solve the agrarian problems by purchasing the so-called friar lands, selling them to the tenants. However, much of the land ended with new landlords who were mostly Filipinos. The agrarian problems worsened. Many tenants soon began to resort to armed means to get back the land. The Americans sought to put an end to these miserable conditions. Several legislations have been enacted. Philippine Bill of 1902 set a fixed private ownership limit of 16 hectares for individuals and 1,024 hectares for corporations. Land Registration Act of 1902, or the Act Number 496, provided for a comprehensive registration land titles under the torrent system, introduced the torrent system for land titling, which provided a more efficient and secure process for registering land ownership. Tenancy Act of 1933 means having 50-50 sharing and sugar cane lands, regulated relationship between landowners and tenants of rice. The Tenancy Act No. 1933 holds significant importance in regulating the owner-tenant relationship by establishing rights and responsibilities for both parties. It aimed to balance the power dynamics between landlords and tenants. Meanwhile, fairness depends on its implementation and effectiveness in addressing the needs of both landlords and tenants. The history of agrarian reform in the Philippines highlights significant efforts by past leaders like Manuel L. Quezon, Ramon Magsaysay, Diosdado P. Macapagal, and Corazon C. Aquino to address land ownership and tenants' right issues. Aquino's Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law, or CARL, stand out as a landmark achievement, providing a legal framework for land redistribution and empowering landless farmers. However, present-day challenges persist, including delays in land distribution, resistance from landowners, and inadequate support services. To overcome these hurdles and achieve fairness in agriculture, comprehensive action is needed, including strengthening enforcement mechanisms, enhancing support services, and promoting collaboration among stakeholders.
Lands of the Philippines, the struggle for land and sustenance has been an integral part of the society for centuries, from the shadows of colonial rule to the complexities of the modern age. The pursuit of agrarian reform has shaped the nation's past and continues to shape its destiny. The origin of the agrarian reform challenges can be traced back to the Spanish colonial era, where the encomienda system entrenched inequalities in land ownership, displacing and marginalizing numerous indigenous communities. Throughout the history, grievances over landlessness, exploitation, and injustices have sparked revolts and uprisings. However, despite the sacrifices made by those who fought for land rights, achieving fair distribution of land remains an ongoing struggle.